Hi everybody, just giving you some advice on how to work on your turtle drawing program. Hopefully at this point you've gone to lesson unit 3 in code.org. So if you haven't, your screen and my screen look a little bit different, but I'll just go in here. When you have the navigation bar up here, the setting right now is for you to work in unit 2. So if you click on more and then go to view unit overview, that should get you to a screen that looks a little bit like this one. Then you'll have to click on computer science 1920, and then you should be able to see all of the units. You want computer science principles unit 3, intro to programming, and go to unit, and then you should see something sort of like this. Your screen looks a little bit different. And I've asked you to go through lessons, I think 2 through 5, I believe. So those lessons help you learn how to use the turtle command. So some of you are probably really familiar with this. There are some challenges for you to do some drawings. But you're going to create your own drawing, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So when you're logged into the course, you can obviously go through the course on code.org, but there's access to a bunch of tools up here by your name if you click on create. And I'll give you guys some opportunity to look through some of these other tools later in the course. You're gonna find that some of them may work better for younger grades. AppLab is I'm putting you in AppLab because it's got a lot of functionality, and then if you're doing okay in AppLab, then going backwards to the other stuff like Sprite Lab or Game Lab will be pretty easy for you to establish. So if you click on AppLab, this will give you all of the code blocks available in AppLab. As you've been going through the lessons, they've only revealed some blocks that you're going to use in that lesson. So the way you get around this is here's the toolbox here. So you have been working in the turtle controls. So if you click on turtle, these are all the turtle related commands. Okay. If you're familiar at all with Scratch, which we'll also look at later, these might remind you a little bit of Scratch, like moving forward so many pixels and so on. So you guys have been familiar with doing stuff like this, like move forward. In the lesson, it doesn't give you a place to put an amount in. This you can either use a drop down and say preset kind of stuff, or you can actually type in if you want to be specific. It is a little finicky sometimes, so just be aware. So when you hit run, your turtle moves up 75, okay? So you can change this parameter, okay? 25, reset, run, shorter, okay? So you're familiar with some of these. Other ones you should check out. One thing that AppLab has, if you want to know what a block does, if you hover over it, it will give you a little tooltip. And then you can even go over to see examples, and it will bring you to the program documentation, which will show you examples of how something like that would be used. Okay, so for those of you looking to do the exceeds in the project, you're going to use some more of the blocks rather than just the ones that you were limited to. There are things here like turn right at a certain angle, and then there's also turn to an angle, so make sure you read the differences between some of those. This get X and get Y, just real quick, if you reset your sort of phone screen over here, you will actually see an X and Y readout of the screen. So like up in the very top left hand corner is X0, Y0, and on the bottom right corner is like must be like 320, 450 or something like that. Just if you want to use that, you can. Another thing worth noting in AppLab is that we are working on blocks, but if you're comfortable or you want to challenge yourself, you can click over here to show text. Okay, AppLab is based off of the JavaScript programming language. So if you're familiar with JavaScript, this will look super familiar to you. This allows you to work in text mode. So if I wanted to say turn, and it will start to autocomplete for me, turn right, and then I'm going to say 30 degrees. Okay, and then I do have to include the semicolon here because now we're working in text. But you can flip between either one. Okay, so if you want to get more under the hood and check this out, see, now I've gotten that there. okay? Which doesn't look all that exciting, all right? When you're ready to turn it in or share with me, you can just click share. It will ask you to name it. You can copy this link here and then just put it in the document that I've sent you. All right, so hopefully you'll use this as an opportunity to have fun and explore. We will get into the design mode of this later when we talk about building some apps in here. Also, another thing I'll point out is that you can delete blocks really easily by dragging them this way, and they poof, they're gone. Okay. You can also, duplicate blocks either in text mode or this way by clicking on the block like this, like dragging over it, and do copy and then paste. So I did Command C and Command V because I'm on a Mac, so Windows or Chrome might be slightly different. So it will let you do that. You can also do the similar thing in the text mode. Okay, just selecting text. Version history is helpful because version history lets you go back to a previous version of this that you are happy with. So what I like about that is that it allows you to explore without feeling like you can screw up too badly, because if it worked at one point, you can always sort of rewind back to that point. Okay, I hope you guys have some fun, and I can't wait to see some of the turtle drawings you're doing. As you're doing this, I want you to be thinking about, like, yes, you're making your own project, but I want you to be thinking about how this might work for your students. What sort of skills are they learning doing this? How would you conduct a lesson around this in your room or with your staff, maybe, if you're going to do an exercise with your staff? To be thinking about, putting the learner hat on and not just the college student hat, but to be thinking about how might this integrate with your work, or what kind of skills are we learning from this. Good luck.